We're gonna call these episodes a farewell tour.
But then
we're getting better.
Upgrade, yeah.
We are the Toronto Maple Leafs of shedding contracts.
Rebuild.
Yeah, did you guys
get some analytics coming in?
Shedding out the old guys. Not producing as well.
I was listening to the Steve Dangle podcast, and did you know that they were talking about the Leafs since they got the Nathan Horton deal?
Oh,
They've
yeah.
acquired or got rid of 27 contracts.
I forgot
27!
I forgot that
fuck?
Nathan Horton
They have
technically plays
15 forwards signed for next year. 15. You want to make some tradesies with the Flyers? They're like, hey, we have 13 D. Why? Have you seen our fucking goalies?
That's all right.
How come all of them shoot left? Fuck right. That's why.
No one needs right.
No one needs right.
Never.
We could kick it off there.
I think that's the intro.
That's it? All right.
That's it.
Well, episode 49 this week.
Yeah, this time.
Last man
lie
in,
last week?
episode 49. I told Greg it was 49.
Yeah.
It's not. This.
Cam can't count.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've already lost an episode. Like, I've listened to the full episode, but it won't let me take it off my phone. So, yeah. That was
a
awesome.
No
disappointing
offense.
day.
Things went smoother when Greg ran like the editing
I know.
process.
I know. Well, hey, teacher, student to the teacher.
So, we amended our mistake from last week, and we invited our fourth member. So now all four of us are in the same room at one time.
Yeah.
First,
It's a good thing this room
pretty
has
cramped.
air conditioning.
pretty cramped.
Otherwise,
does.
it would get hot in here.
Okay, I was talking to you earlier in the week or texting. Who's this guy? The greatest undrafted guy.
Of all time. The best player who has the most points in NHL history.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wait, Gretzky! God damn it!
Yeah.
He's
Is he
not
undrafted?
drafted. No,
No, he
undrafted.
wasn't.
He signed straight.
Oh,
into
that's
it.
right.
I was looking at his. Have you seen some of his records?
That's stupid. They're unbreakable. They're
Insane.
Never,
Insane.
Most
They're
points in a year.
he
200,
scored more
like,
goals a
14
year
or
than most
something?
people score in their career. He's
Yeah.
more assists than the next person has points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
What is it, like 1,700 or
Yeah,
something
it's
like that?
stupid.
It's ridiculous.
I
Yeah,
was
didn't
looking
he Didn't he crack 200 points one year?
1 year,
Almost
like
every
3 or
year.
4 years.
Oh,
I think.
my
oh,
dad.
Actually, we can find it. That's what Stats
Stats guy.
Stats guy. Yeah.
Analytics.
My dad told me a story that when they used to do hockey pools, that if you got Gretzky, you could only take his goals or his assists.
You gotta go assists.
You had to pick
gotta go
one. You had to pick one or the other. You couldn't take him straight up.
Well, there was 1 year that Paul Coffey had 138 points as a defenseman. And then they're like, oh, I wonder what Gretzky has. I think he had 216 that year, so that's cool. 216 points.
Why couldn't the NHL be like that now? Like, how awesome would that be?
I don't know,
Just
but
fuck goalies.
I was watching funny highlights of the Jets, and one of them, the Jets won a game by a player throwing a puck into the net in overtime. It was on the Chicago Blackhawks, and Daryl Sutter had hair, first of all. That wasn't gray. And he lost his shit, and the Chicago Blackhawks, like, surround the refs, and they were, like, pushing the refs, and I was like, you can't do that! And then my friend who we were watching with was like, oh, back then you could. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god.
Have you ever...
Ridiculous.
I think I mentioned this on a podcast probably 6 months ago, but have you ever seen that Nordiques Montreal game from, like, 1984, where, like, there's 3 bench-clearing brawls?
So when they play the Canadians that game?
Yeah, Canadians and Nordiques.
Yeah, it's like one of the best rivalries of all time, apparently, someone said.
Well,
Like,
and speaking of the Quebecer, what is a Quebecer? Because, like, they put in a bid to...
Quebecer?
Well,
What's a
the
Quebecer?
Le Québécois.
Or Quebecois?
What is that? Is that a news outlet? What is
I
that?
imagine it's probably like the Montreal Gazette.
Well, either way, yeah, they put in a bid. Them in Las Vegas officially put in a bid for expansion. $10 million, $2 million of that non-refundable. Hey, anyone in that ownership group, can you please be my friend? Just drop your wallet and, like, ignore the $1,000 that's missing, please.
See, like, I was trying to think, like, why would they only have 2 teams? But I'm really honestly thinking that this was Gary Bettman's way of testing who was really the most kind of, not excited, but prepared to own an NHL franchise. Not a French fries.
NHL French fries.
Fuck!
I want one of those.
Today's been a rough day.
Maybe we should just call it quits on 49. After 49, that's it.
It's over.
It's falling apart.
It's over. We're
We'll
done.
never hit that 52 mark, ever. If we do hit it, I'll
Weeks
lose
off.
it again.
Weeks
And we'll
off.
try and record it again. And then, like, I'll listen to the voices editing it, and then I'll load it, and then it's just going to be like, yeah, Satan.
Someone plays it
I
backwards.
told you you shouldn't have played this.
You've been warned.
Okay, wait, what are you talking about?
Okay, No, I think this was like Gary Bettman's way of figuring out who was extremely serious and was prepared for this. Because you wouldn't just have willy-nilly bids going in because it's such a serious dollar amount. So maybe this isn't a bid for expansion. It's a bid for expansion for the guys doing it, but it's not so much for Gary Bettman. It's like, who's ready for an NHL franchise? Yeah. So maybe these franchises that are kind of weak right now will be moved to these places. One of the franchises not doing so well right now.
Or maybe Bettman's like, hey, I can get $4 million for the Coyotes. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. But one of the franchises not doing well, guys. And it might change this year because, they're pretty amazing, but Dallas is somewhat struggling.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know. They have, like, 3,000 people show up.
Like 2 years ago, if there was a Stars game on the same night as there was a baseball game, like 3,000, 4,000 people. It was bad.
Yeah. Now maybe it's changed a little bit, but they were struggling. And could you imagine that if you got a team through expansion through relocation, and they had Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin. Oh yeah, that's right. Who called it last week? Me, Johnny fucking Oduya.
You did, yeah. Gotta guarantee on that one. When I saw Greg
49 episodes, and I'm finally right.
Greg lost it in the text.
I believe you also said.
I fucking told you. I did it.
I believe he said Cody Franson also.
Well, hey,
it hasn't happened yet, but you never know.
He's not going there.
No. Do they even have cap room? Like, what's their cap at right now?
We can take a peek.
Yeah. I like on NHL.com how there's always an article that's like, still interest in Cody Franson. Lots of suitors. I'm like, bullshit. Yeah. Cody Franson's agent is friends with the writer, and he's like, please, we need something. Put it on NHL.com. Anything.
We need to build some interest.
Yeah. One team, or Dallas, I always talked, it'd be cool to see Dallas move to Seattle. But I think what happened was they were like, hey, the deadline's here because I bet you somewhere there was a hipster pizza competition, and the owner who would put the bid was like, oh, so into it. He's like, it's my art, don't puck me. I'm designing my pizza. I don't know where I'm going with this. And he's designing his pizza.
You realize that like pizza is more infamous in Chicago than it is in Seattle?
Well, what's famous in Seattle?
Starbucks.
Okay. Oh, I'm making my new chai latte donut concoction. And then he comes out after his 12 hours. Well, shut up, fucker. Something, okay?
You're killing it.
Something weird. He comes out after his 12-hour hiatus of designing the most amazing thing ever. And then they're like, hey, you missed a bid for an NHL team. Oh. Well, I have this delicious donut concoction. Yeah. Took a while to finish that line that had no punchline, but I got there. Hey,
wow.
What do you call
It's a lot of build-up for no finish.
What kind of...
Oh, kind of like Toronto last year.
The cricket or something like that.
Hey, what kind of gecko... I know this joke.
We are so professional.
I have a joke. I've wanted to say it for 2 days, but I forgot. I only know the punchline. It's driving me nuts.
Something with a gecko.
I'm going to think of it in the middle of the night at 4 a.m., wake up cold sweats. I got it. Mom! Wake up!
Wake up!
Wake up! It's feeding time. Ryback, come on. Nope, WWE Battleground is great. I watch it with Dan. You're welcome. All right, you called up stats. What are we talking about?
Please.
What is happening?
Okay, what's their cap?
What are we talking
Dallas
about?
have 2.3 million in cap space projected, obviously right now.
Okay.
So there's no way they're signing.
Well, wait, is Rich Peverly on there? And will Rich Peverly play this year?
They don't know.
Oh, he's a UFA.
Is he UFA? Yeah.
He's UFA.
Oh.
Have you guys go to Dallas Stars Facebook, please, and you'll see. It's their cover photo. It's the most awkward family photo I've ever
Patrick Sharp. And you see the full picture of it?
Yeah.
Patrick Sharp is the only one wearing
pants.
They're all wearing shorts. They look like this looks really nice.
No, and he's the only guy wearing a jersey too.
Yeah.
Sagan's wearing a t-shirt. Hey, what's up?
And it's Sagan, Ben, Sharp, and also Jason Demers. How did you get in this? You have no business. The face of the franchise, Jason Demers.
You think Jason? He's not the best Jason on that team.
He's probably the best.
Jordy
defenseman on
wanted
that
to get in the picture, and Patrick's like, "No, I draw the line at Jason."
We need a fourth guy. Is Trevor Daley still here? No, we traded for you. Fuck.
God damn it!
You have to have your best defenseman in the picture, right?
Jason
I think it's Johnny Oduya now.
Alex Goligoski.
Let this sink in for a minute. Let this sink in for a minute. The sixth defenseman on the Winnipeg Jets in year one is now the best defenseman on the Dallas Stars.
I don't think he was the sixth. I think he was the second or third or fourth.
I don't think so.
But that was also
like
Okay,
second or third.
yeah,
pair.
I
He
get
was
where you're
second
coming
pairing,
from
at
for
least.
Was
sure.
he second pairing? I thought
He was still. No
I
one
wouldn't say he's
viewed
the
him as
best,
good.
but
He
DMer
got
on our team.
blackballed hard.
Yeah, one game.
One like third shift. It was
No
over.
one liked him.
He never recover ever.
We're vicious.
Unless
in Winnipeg,
he had a hat trick. Unless he got the
He
first
scored
hat
an
trick.
OT winner. He went bar down, and everyone's like, "No, doesn't count." Remember that first game, Johnny? Good old Johnny O there. Like, no, doesn't
Hey, you
count.
remember that one time
Yeah.
Douche gave it right? Who did
Yeah.
Camilleri?
Camilleri, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gianta right up the
I
middle.
thought it was Camilleri.
Remember the first game the Jets came back? Yeah, we could have won. You know what happened? You fucking played.
Yeah, that's it.
And,
Except
Winnipeg
we
was
lost
introduced to the
4-1.
term
He's-
pizzas. After that, everyone's like, "Oh, pizzas!"
Oh, no, I got the free pizza. And then there's like one old lady like, everyone gets a flapjack. Oh, no, that's not, you said it was a flapjack. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I never heard the pizza quote till like last week.
really?
I never
Oh, I
knew
heard
it
it
existed.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Really?
never.
No one knew who the term pizza was until that game. Like every Winnipegger was like, "What's a pizza?" I'm like, "Oh, it's when you throw it up the middle and the other guy gets it." Johnny Oduya, right?
Yeah, and then still,
Johnny
even now
Oduya
he's a
style.
free agent. People are like, hey, Johnny O. Like, say if we need a D, they'd be like, no, he's not good, but he's won 2 cups. He's not good.
Played 28 minutes a game in the playoffs. He only played 4 D-men. No, not up to our standards.
No,
Not gonna happen.
that's no Paul Postma.
Adam Party, excuse me?
Yeah.
What kind of funny
Hey,
nickname can you use with Johnny
There ain't no
Oduya?
party like an Adam party.
Fuck you.
The best.
He's
the
gonna
best.
use that until he doesn't play for the Jets anymore.
You're,
And then he'll
of
still
course they
probably
will.
use it.
No, because they'll go to the Flames. That's what happens. They'll be like, I kind of liked Frolik. Hey, he didn't leave. I was really banking on him not signing with the Flyers. There's still one
Flyers? You
Ooh.
mean the Flames?
No. Like, I'm glad Frolik didn't sign with the Flyers.
Oh.
Because he would be getting $10 million.
All
There's
the money.
still a free agent floating around that I'm still waiting for the Flyers to be like, that's interest. And that player is Jim Slater.
Oh my God.
I live in fear until he signs with another team. I'm living in fear.
Cam wakes up with
I don't
cold
think he'll be in
sweats.
the NHL next year.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Wakes up in cold sweats, checks NHL.com.
How bad is that though? Like every guy that we like let go, no one ever signs them. And even when they're decent players here, no one signs them.
Oh, and I even have the great NHL headline: "Clean slate."
Oh.
Pretty
See, it'd
shitty.
be good if he was actually good.
Jimmy on the spot. Oh no, it's Johnny. Yes,
Hey, you know what? He was good at face-offs, so
Yeah, and great at take a jet to work day.
walk day.
Work day. Yeah. What are we talking about today? By the way,
Nonsense.
Do we have like a
Nonsense.
We had a plan, but Greg threw it in the trash. So this
I
is what's
said
happening
I
now.
said we start the previews in August because it makes
oh
sense.
yes, because 4 weeks
Yes.
in August. Yeah.
4 podcasts.
Okay, well, if
4
we're going to start
preview
off with the
episodes.
heavy hitting news,
Yeah.
I would like to start off with the heaviest hitting news. Guys, buckle up. This is going to hurt. Amanda Kessel, everyone's favorite Kessel, behind Phil, will not play out her final year at the U of M because of concussion problems.
Really, eh?
That's too bad.
Yeah, because she could have redshirted this year and played next year. And redshirt just means in like college where you can like take a year off. And she's
Yeah.
already ready. You're allowed to redshirt twice. She's already done it once for the Olympics last year.
Oh, okay.
She's going to do it. They were debating on doing it. She said no. But she'll still be studying there. So my future ex-wife will be at the University of Minnesota for at least 1 more year. Our love is deep and connected only through the internet. She doesn't know who I am. But Amanda, if you ever come through, this is my phone number. I'm just kidding.
You like her more than Blake Kessel?
Like, I think. the only
Actually, I
reason-
just drew a blank for a second. I'm like, yeah, right. There is another one.
There's Blake. Played for the Flyers, actually. He was like, in their organization. He was terrible.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's why he's there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
He probably got like
He's in
$2
the right
million
spot.
too.
He's a G-man. That's why Flyers had to have him.
Yeah. Was he right-handed?
I think he was.
He was definitely
Yeah.
overpaid then, for sure. Overpaid right-handed prospect. Wow, I don't have any of those right now. So that's great.
I was just gonna say that I think the only reason why you like Amanda Kessel is it makes you closer to Phil.
He'd be your brother-in-law.
Yeah, how
That'd be-
cool would that be?
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Just eat cheeseburgers and watch movies all day long.
Okay, he doesn't always eat.
No,
I have
here's-
no issues. If he eats a cheeseburger, who cares? He's
He's
still
a good
fastest
fucking
guy.
player.
Jennifer Lawrence
He's-
eats cheeseburgers. I don't care.
He's still faster than Tyler Sagan. It's true.
Really, is he?
Well, it happened in Fastest Scare last year at the All-Star Comp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like 3% body fat, Tyler
Yeah.
Sagan. They showed him that. Like, said that body.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
That's
he's
douchey.
like 3% body fat. It's like, holy
What's
crap.
3% body?
He is kind of a douche.
Okay, is there somewhere I can go?
Wait,
Dan, you might
wait. Have you guys ever seen that? Sorry to interrupt. Have you guys ever seen that Tyler Sagan, Jamie Benn Valentine's Day video? That's on. I think it's on like Dallas Stars' YouTube.
Where they get like they talk to their moms and they're like, I'm.
Oh no, it was through Cabby. It was on Cabby, I think, with TSN.
Yeah.
And they like phone their moms on Valentine's Day and say like they have news that they proposed to some girl and like they're getting married and like this is the day and their moms are freaking out just to tell them at the end of it that they're joking.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one where the moms get back at them?
It was Mother's Day, wasn't it?
Oh, it might have been Mother's
I
Day.
think it was Mother's Day they did that. And then the moms get back, though.
Jamie
Benn doesn't fall for it at all, though. Jamie Benn's like, no. Tyler Sagan is like, oh, shit. My mom's going to be my agent. I can't do this.
Yeah, like
happened?
the joke is that their moms are going back to school and they want to be player agents, but they're like, I'll represent you. And Jamie Benn's like, well, I'll put in a good word and like, maybe you could be in the organization. And Tyler Sagan just can't say no to his mom. And he's like, maybe. And you can see like the struggle on his face, like, why? Or you can hear it, like, why? What is wrong with my life?
Yeah, I'll move down there. I'll move in with you. He's like, oh.
Oh, please stop it.
See, it would have been funny if Jamie was like, well, I think Jordy needs an agent.
Yeah.
You can start with Jordy Ben. Then
He needs a lot of things.
He's the second best Ben.
That's true.
Actually, isn't there a girl? There's a girl band.
What?
Who plays hockey for
What?
pull up Calgary's professional women's hockey team. I'm pretty sure she plays on it.
Oh my god, I have to marry that.
I'm
girl.
real weird and I go deep on the internet sometimes.
You're a big Calgary fan. We know.
Yeah. OG. Okay, well, in the meantime...
Lou Lamoriello, the new GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs, they finally signed somebody after they let him go in New Jersey. Stefan's shaking his head.
I'm shaking it with you.
Stupid.
Terrible. You know what Lou
worst signing you
Lamoriello
can
does to forward prospect depth? He murders it. You never again. He kills.
Don't worry,
fun
Greg.
things.
In like 4 years, you'll have the oldest team. In the league.
Yes.
Hey, you're well on your way with
Yalmer
Captain
Yager has
Lupul.
never played for Toronto. Lou Lamoriello's bringing him in
2 years.
Ilya fucking Kovalchuk's going to Toronto because Lou Lamoriello will sign him there for all the money. $12 million for 6 years.
Hey,
What was the contract we had last year? Up it by $1 million. Okay, let's do that.
is there a what's the franchise tag rule in the NFL?
What do you mean?
Like money wise, it doesn't
It's the
affect
top
your cap,
three-
right?
No, it does. It's just the franchise tag is top 3 players' average salary at that position.
And then that's what you can offer that player.
That's what he gets. No, that's what he gets. You tag him, and he either signs it, and then so it's 1 year deal, and there's no guaranteed money. That's just what he gets paid for the year.
Okay.
And then if you do it 2 years in a row, it doubles whatever the average salary is. You won't see it twice, but a lot of them don't want to accept it because they the money's good, but if they blow out their knee that year and their career's over, there's no money for the rest of their career because you can get cut.
Oh, because I thought, that sucks. I thought it was that doesn't count towards the salary cap because I was the NHL should do that, and then Toronto would be like, hey Steven, $25 million a year. What? Back that ass up? Yes. $25 million. And then Brian Burke will be like, hey, Steven, come here. I want to talk to you for a minute. Oh, come here, you little bastard. Same thing with Dougie. And he'll just pick him up and run away. That's how Brian Burke signs players. He offers a bear out and he's, come here, you little bastard. He throws him over his shoulder and he runs away.
Puts him in a bag and carries him over his shoulder.
And all you see is Brian Burke's hair. It's always rustling in the wind.
His ties just around his neck running. Got a glass of rye in the other hand, too.
It's chicken
He's
wings.
like Julian from my Trailer Park Boys.
Just buckled.
Cam, I would love to know what goes on in your head during the day.
Oh, too many things.
I'd love to know.
He has a boring
That's
job.
why my internet search history is always on private browsing. And you know what's weird? I plugged in my phone to charge it, but it through iTunes to update it too. And it was downloading Safari safe browsing. And I was like, oh no. So somewhere in my computer, there's Safari safe browsing data. You guys, my password to my computer, I'm just kidding. But seriously, take my computer, smash it to blithereens. I can't have people finding what's on there. I Googled some stuff I regret. Lord, I apologize.
The one thing I want when you die is you can have all my money, everything, but you have to just delete my browsing history, please. You want $1 million to let someone look through your whole life of browsing history.
Oh, I get $1 million?
And if someone gets everyone gets to see what you've in your whole life, not just what's on there now, your whole life of browsing. So not like that's. There's
for $1 million.
There's like a drastic jump. There's a drastic jump between like high school years pretty tame, and then like it's when after I stopped going to school, it was just like, oh, look at this. And it's like, oh wow, Cameron he took the hard road. He took a road.
What does it look like when somebody shoots himself in the eye just for fun?
No, I don't Google that. It's a dart, yes.
Have you guys seen the movie Interstellar?
Have I seen the movie Interstellar? Is that the one that like?
You know how like he ends up in like a library like millions years in the future and has like all the files of the past.
Okay,
it's gonna happen to like someo's gonna discover Cam's like web browsing like 2 million years from now. It's gonna be like a big like virtual library in space.
Okay,
you're gonna open up. You're gonna be like, oh
god.
For the last,
Jesus.
There's like the private set, the 18 and plus section. Of
it's all 18.
No, Cam's is like
curtain you gotta get like the video store. When you go to the video store, there's that room with the curtain. You're like, oh, I want to go in there. Like, no, you don't. That's a sad.
Nobody's ever gone back there before.
Right in the middle of the 18 plus room is this like pedestal with Cam Holmes search history, and it's just like, oh, this is pretty tame. And then you just turn a page and it's like the Dark Ages, and then just everything else.
And it's like, oh, and like wind is blowing, there's bright lights in.
It's like the Ring. You just like go on.
So hockey.
This is what happens when there's no
Hockey.
When you're done looking at it, yes. Stefan's just like you have the ring face right in the corner of the closet.
So hockey.
The only thing that'll take you back is a bag of Dino Sours. Fourth speed, right? Sports and hockey. Woo! Well, all this. That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah,
okay, so last week
we only talked about a man that canceled.
Okay,
and Lou Lamoriello.
Yeah, you know how. Go ahead.
Because we apparently jumped from Lou Lamoriello. I want Stefan's opinion on it, but before that, he became the president of the New Jersey Devils in April of 1987. Kyle Dubas was born in November 1986.
Yep. So Kyle Dubas was a young baby.
Yeah,
then.
like. He's working.
No, an old baby, actually. Those stupid old babies, you know. See them all the time.
No, like Kyle Dubas, he probably had a monitor. And he's like, yes.
Have you seen that Einstein, that meme, that baby who's like Einstein hair? It looks like he's 100 years old already. It's like
he's Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Of Einstein.
Is Benjamin Button disease or?
No, I'm joking.
So then wouldn't he be real young?
No,
right, that's what it is. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. You are stupid.
I'm out to lunch today.
Okay, so Lou Lamoriello. No?
It's it was the worst decision you can make. He's like 100 years old. His style is like ancient. Like he got fired basically as GM from New Jersey because he just buried that franchise into the ground. Like, so you're bringing him in. You have like this new age mentality, like analytics. He doesn't believe in that. He's full on come out and said, "I don't believe in that shenanigans." And then like he's gonna clash with Kyle Dubas. He's not even gonna like consult anyone else. Like, don't get me wrong, he's got good like connections because he's been in the league forever and he's good with the media. But he's just this is a new age NHL. He's still doing the old school thing, and it's just he's like 72 years old.
What's another 52 years, whatever it's been, right?
Here's the thing. I didn't see this tweet, but I'm sure somebody tweeted it. At some point, Lou Lamoriello is going to fire Mike Babcock and just take the helm on the bench.
What year was Lou Lamoriello born?
Just because that's what he does.
So he's 72 years old. That's all I know.
He's 72
Was he born
old?
in 67?
No.
Because then it's just...
No, because he'd only be like 48.
No, because my dad's born in 59 and he's...
That would be funny.
All I got to say is Lou Lamoriello is the kind of guy
42.
that would...
He was born in 1942?
Yeah.
He was born in a world war.
Do you know why he's the GM?
Why?
He's the only one that remembers the last cup in Toronto.
No, they actually had a dynasty in the 60s, so he remembers that. He was around 18.
Dynasty in the least, come on.
62, 63, 64, 67. They won 4 cups in 7 years.
Hold on.
4 cups in 7 years.
Do you consider Chicago a dynasty?
Yeah, absolutely. In the cap age era, definitely.
What?
Yeah.
No, a dynasty's like consecutive. Because there's 2 ongoing dynasties right now then.
But they've been...
LA and Chicago.
But they've been the conference final every year.
LA's not a dynasty, though.
They've won 2 if they win 1 more.
Yes, then they're in the conversation for it. And then
you have to make the playoffs every year. You can't be a dynasty if you're not making the playoffs.
So Detroit's a dynasty?
If
They were.
LA wins the cup next year, they've
No.
won 3 cups and 1 less year than Chicago.
But here's the thing: Chicago's been in the conference final 6 or 7 straight years.
LA's been there 3
Except
of the last
for
4.
one.
3 of the last 4.
But they didn't make the playoffs one year. So
That's true.
Of those 4, one of them was like, yeah, you didn't come close.
Chicago lost to Phoenix in
No,
the first round
LA
1 year though. So
That was weird. I remember that.
you gotta take it in
So
stride.
dynasty
And
is
lost to Vancouver.
in the cap era. Dynasty, you guys consider every second year is a dynasty.
I think if you're
Yeah.
competitive for like
Okay.
5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
the conference finals, that's not like you're a step away from being in the finals.
If
That's
you've
true.
won multiple cups in like a 3 or 4 year span, that's pretty good in this day and age.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you
pretty
guys-
rare to have. I don't think anybody would be arguing if, let's say, Detroit. I think if Detroit won in 2009, I think they'd be considered a dynasty up until 2011 because they're still a strong team for all those years. Well, we're talking about Detroit, and my mind's kind of at that mark right now. They're the only team, the 2002, the year they won the Cup in 2002, they're the only team in the history of the NHL to have I think it's 7 Hall of Famers to play on the team at the same time.
Pull up that Ross.
Think about it this way.
2002.
2002.
It's
And then-
super depressing
in
for
the last-
every other franchise.
And, the thing is, the guys are all over 35.
Yeah, but
But-
age,
Brett Hall.
experience.
Think about it this way.
Steve Yzerman, Sergei Fedorov.
In the last 4 years,
Igor
there's only
Larionov.
been 2 teams that have won the Stanley Cup. In the last 4 years, there's only been 2 teams that have won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Chicago, LA.
So
Since 2010, there's only been 3 different teams that have won the Cup.
if one of those 2
Very
teams
close.
wins the Cup this year, then is
Yeah.
that a dynasty?
Now
Yeah.
if Boston
that's-
wins,
that's 3
way
out of
out
5.
there.
No, they're terrible.
Then they'd only be at 2,
They're not even
And there
close
was
to a dynasty.
and there'd be a 5-year gap.
Okay, you ready? Stefan, please list the 2002 Detroit Red Wings.
This is by points in the team. So there wasn't even that many. The top guy was Brendan Shanahan. Yeah, Sergei Fedorov, Brett Hull, Nicholas Lindstrom, Luke Robitaille, Stevie Y, Igor Larionov, Chris Chelios, Pavel Datsuk, Chris Draper, Thomas Holmstrom, Boyd Devereaux, Kurt Maltby, Matthew Dandino, Steve Duchesne, Frederick Olesen, Darren McCartney, Yuri Fisher, Jason Williams, Sean Avery. Oh,
Yeah, he didn't get voted onto the Cup.
No, really, eh?
Yeah.
Maxim Kuznetsov, and then a bunch of nobodies. Jesse
Ah.
Woolley.
You named him.
no,
The
wait.
goalies are Dominic Hasek and Manny Legacy.
So, okay, there might be 10 on that team, plus Zetterberg wasn't on that team yet. The following year, they brought most of the guys back, and that's Zetterberg's rookie year, I believe. The next year, I think, was
Datsuk was a
Zetterberg's.
rookie that year.
Yeah.
They won the Cup.
And he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Datsuk.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
Is that the greatest team of all time?
I still have to go with the.
That
Oilers.
1980, yeah.
Oilers and Islanders.
I
in the
was
80s.
looking into that.
Actually, 89 Flames, the year they won the Cup, they were pretty solid.
The Oilers, though, I gotta give kudos to the Oilers because the Oilers, that nucleus of players, they went and made once they kind of passed their run with the Oilers and they went to other teams. They made those teams just as good,
Yeah,
the Rangers
Rangers.
in '94. There's 11 players from the Rangers in '94 that played on the Oilers. Yeah, because a friend of mine is a monster Oilers fan and we were working real hard.
Because
one
they're
day.
really good at keeping
And-
people.
Yeah, and no one he went and looked and he's like, look, 11. We counted from their dynasty era. 11 of them were on the '94 Rangers. Just insane.
That's nuts. Well, and with this is you just don't see. You'll never see 10. I think possibly 10 Hall of Famers because I don't think Zetterberg and Datsuk won't make it. They'll be in there.
Wait, are you telling me back that ass up? Are you telling me Wayne Simmons won't be a Hall of Famer? Damn it!
Well, you have to win a Cup, Cam, before we can have that argument. So
Dude,
You don't need to.
Who's
You
the
do
best
not-
Hall of Famer
I'm just
to
kidding.
not win?
Matt
Recently.
Sundin.
Sundin is. He
I don't
not-
think he's a Hall of
Sundin's in
Famer.
the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer yet.
I think he just got in, didn't he?
Yeah, he got in last year.
Really?
Yeah, he does not have a
what?
cup.
I don't remember him being that good.
Look at his career totals.
No,
They're
I
unreal.
believe you, but what?
He had
happened?
100-year point. He had 100 points a year.
he had 100 years of points.
No, 100-year.
He actually originally got scouted by Lou Lamoriello.
100-year point streak.
This is the Bleacher Report: top 50 players and/or coaches to not win a.
Don Cherry, number 50.
Yeah, let's just,
Good.
Just give me a top 5.
Yeah, just give us.
Don't worry, I'll come back in a half hour when you go through the whole goddamn.
Stupid
Lindy
slide
Ruff,
show.
number 45.
Oh, we got an ad now. No,
Okay,
who's
Wally.
who's the best I would put the Sedin brothers is up there as like the best active players without a cup now.
I would have said Marty. Oh no, wait, Marty won one. Never mind.
Who? Marty who?
St. Louis. He won one
Yeah.
04.
He's
Yeah.
not a player anymore though.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's
He's
what,
for
that's what I
sure
was gonna
first
say.
ballot Hall of Famer, guys. He's the best.
He's number one in Cam's heart.
Oh, I love Marty St. Louis
Paul
so much.
Correa was one of them.
Paul Correa never won a
Oh.
cup. That's right.
Well, he could have, but something
Scott.
hit him at the blue.
Steven Strain.
There was a seven that just
doesn't-
crashed into the arena and
I'll never forget that. Just like I remember, like
He's
he's
looking
his
straight
visor
up.
and he's just breathing fog.
Yeah.
And I remember I was so young. I turned to my dad and I was like, "What's happening?" And my dad was, I don't know. He said something like, "Well, keep your head up, and it's one of the many reasons you don't play hockey, son." And I'm like, "Is it? No."
I'm just
You
trying to
laugh
think.
now,
like,
but he scored the game winner in that game.
he
did.
came back.
So.
He should never have been in that game.
All right.
Oh God, no! He was.
so we have
out.
top five.
They
now.
didn't have a dark room. This is how they
I don't
woke
even
you up.
know
They
these people.
flickered lights in here.
Who are
Like,
these?
hey, like smack you in the face.
Brad
room.
Park is one of
Okay,
them.
number 5, Brad Park.
Who?
Brad
Yeah,
Park.
exactly. This
I don't know who
slideshow
that is.
sucks.
And then we have
Richard Park.
We're probably gonna
Jean Rattel.
okay, we're going to like the 60s, 70s, aren't we? Or like 50s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Norm Allman. Well, he wears a Leaf jersey, so you wonder why.
Gilbert Perreault. He was pretty good.
Gilbert Perreault?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He only played like 3 or 4. Oh, Gilbert Brulé is who I'm thinking of. I'm like, are you? What?
He was part
Next
of
thing
the-
you're going to say is Guillaume
That was part of
Latendresse.
the French connection line in Buffalo. That's like
Yeah.
the year after. Like, 'cause back in the day, you protect players from your region. So, like, Montreal had all the French players.
Yeah, that
And
was
it was the
garbage.
first year they got rid of that. They, like, there's a bunch of French guys that went to Buffalo, and it was the French connection line.
Nice. I remember he's number 10.
Marcel Dion is.
Oh, yeah, he's a pretty
Marcel
good.
Dion.
Yeah.
I knew Andre's
He played
dad
for
never won a
LA,
cup.
LA Kings.
Number 16, I think.
Let's look at the names that come to mind here. That Cam Neely never.
Cam
won a
Neely,
cup.
who? But his career was
Seabass?
career was like held short due to injury.
This is gonna sound stupid.
Yeah.
Mike Bossy played for the Islanders.
Islanders, yeah.
Only the Islanders?
Because he was.
So he was a
career
part
was-
of the dynasty when they won the 4
Yeah.
then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out what
Okay.
Matt Sundin's career numbers are, please, because they're pretty impressive at the end. Do you know who
Does the
doesn't?
Canucks
Best
count?
active player right now that does not have a cup, to my recollection.
Oh.
Jerome McGinley.
Are we talking player? Okay.
Yeah, does he not have a cup? Right, he does not have a
No,
cup.
he doesn't.
I would say he's the best player without a cup right now.
In
He's
that
the player you want to win.
Yeah,
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 He's not
exactly.
the best player right now.
Okay,
I
if
think
we're
he's
talking
like,
player,
Joe Thornton's there as well.
if we're talking player goalie combined, me personally,
Lundqvist.
I'm picking Lundqvist.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best player to not have a cup. I
Okay.
would say.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think he's getting a little fed up. Like,
Oh yeah.
God
getting
damn
pissed.
it!
But you can't blame like what's his name last. They stacked a team. They just lost to a better team.
They
last
just
year.
can't
So
score though.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, speaking of that team, the team they played, who they knocked out in the second round of the playoffs, Washington. Braden Holtby's looking for $8 million for 1 year.
hey, you never know if you don't ask, right? A day
There's
before,
no
like,
hurt
2
in
years
asking.
before our
Arbitration.
arbitration, they're like,
Hey, Braden,
Hey.
what do you want? 10?
All the money. We already pay Ovechkin that much. I'll take $1 million less than what Ovechkin gets.
off of what's their cap space? I think they only have like 8-ish left, and they still have to sign RFA Marcus Johansson. So that's
Yeah,
gonna be a
but
fun
they-
one.
Toronto.
Yeah, but
You
you
have
know
the
what?
offer sheet though.
Yeah.
He could
They have
walk.
11 million in cap.
Okay.
Oh, 11.
Fine.
They're
Okay.
fine then.
Johansson's only
Okay.
2 or 3, and then
I don't,
Well,
think,
that's-
I don't think Johansson's that good.
no.
I think Johansson
Hey.
will fetch 3 to 4.
He'll be like a Frolik-ish kind of deal. I think that's.
Oh, maybe we should talk about Craig Smith getting $5 million a year in
Yeah, that's
Nashville.
really weird.
No, 4.25.
Oh, sorry.
A lot. He got
Holy
paid
moly.
overpaid. Actually,
That's
to our
ridiculous.
previous point of players who have not won a cup, Marcus Naslund, I don't think he ever won a cup either. I think he was a pretty solid player. Pavel Bure also never did.
Ty Bertuzzi?
Yeah,
Did he go to Detroit?
He killed a guy.
Did he win one?
No, he didn't.
He didn't kill it.
He just
Colorado.
he just paralyzed him from the
He
neck
Wasn't
down.
he in Colorado
He's
when they
never
won?
played in Colorado.
Who?
Todd Bertuzzi?
No, he didn't.
Todd is never.
He-
Who the hell
No.
played for Colorado that I'm thinking of?
Steve Moore, the one
Yeah,
that he
he-
punched.
Oh, Jesus. Okay,
You mixed up that
Yeah, he's
dog
never-
pile.
Whoa.
classic.
Cappy, he's never won one either.
Yeah, you ignore
You know
will
what?
be.
That's one thing that we just don't have anymore. Is the call like
Right,
You're
dirty
gonna say-
shot.
Like, what are you?
No,
Stevie
more?
Moore?
No.
Sucker
Do
punch
you
him
guys
back
remember?
in the head.
No,
Yeah, we
but do you
really gotta
guys
bring those back.
Really missing him right now.
do you guys remember like the early 2000s, the Colorado pretty much
Detroit?
rivalry with Detroit and everyone else who they played?
Yes. I
Yeah.
do.
We don't have that anymore.
All I remember is
I'm glad because I hate Detroit.
But how
I
awesome
hate
was
it.
that rivalry?
all I remember is I was really hoping that NHL 2005 would have the Todd Bertuzzi button. The guys just pissed me off.
Like, I think the closest we've seen to that kind of rivalry was like Boston Montreal a couple years ago when like everybody fought each other, or Pittsburgh Philly. But that's more of a, hey, you want a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal.
But they also hate each other.
They also beat the shit out of each
We
other.
talked
don't
about it
like each
before. Did you guys see any interviews between Giroux and like Crosby at the World Championships? Whenever like the interviewer brought it up, like to Crosby, they're like, "Oh, you have a pretty good connection with Claude Giroux," and they'd be like, "Yeah, no, we had a really good game." Like they will not address it. And then I remember Giroux, the lady asked after they won gold, like, "Oh yeah, your connection, that pass to Crosby was great." And then McKinnon like grabs him over the shoulder and he's like, "Oh yeah, me and Sid, we hit it off. We're doing great. I love it." And then like Giroux's like, "Oh yeah, no, the team played great." Like nothing. They legit don't like each other at all.
Yeah.
Just trolling.
They're going to be those two guys at the Grey Cup thing a couple of years ago when the guy hit the other guy with the
Yeah.
Battle Royale.
That's going to be them in like the future. They'll be going up for whatever, like some hockey dinner. They'll be like, "Oh, here's Sidney Crosby and Claude Giroux." Claude Giroux will just like come punch him in the face and they'll have an old man fight. It'll be hilarious.
Just don't give him a golf club.
I think Claude Giroux will like touch Sidney Crosby's butt. And then
They should have that button in NHL.
Butt touch?
Or the wipe your snot on a ref's jersey, or bite a player's jersey.
The Carcillo bite
that
button.
1 week of Giroux, I don't know what was in his quaaludes that week, but he was just losing it that week. I was like, what's going on?
Can we have the Dustin Brown water bottle button where he turns the water bottle the wrong way?
I thought you were totally going to say Dustin Penner, like pancake button for some reason.
Why?
Remember when they went to the Cup, like with the Canes with Dustin Penner when he actually played?
Okay.
And then like every like 1 or 2 days, like every second day, he'd be like breakfast, and like there'd be like 30 pancakes.
Do you know why he did that though?
Why is that?
He threw out his back, reaching for pancakes.
Oh,
Like back in the day, like his ex-wife at the time made pancakes, and he went to go grab them, and his back was thrown. He was up for like a month and a half. So like everyone
why.
So that's why he kept putting it like he totally owned the joke. Like
That's
he completely
great. That's awesome.
He's like, yeah.
Now, if there's a way to injure yourself, it's getting food of some sort. Like, slipping on bacon grease and hurting yourself, that's hilarious. But
Who did that?
it's a possibility.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Not like,
okay.
I'm
It's
just
a
putting like,
possibility.
wait.
food-related injuries.
What's the weirdest injury? Didn't Sakic retire from a snowblowing injury? Because
I don't know if that's.
He cut his
I don't
finger
know
off,
why
apparently.
I don't know if that's why he retired. But yes, he literally reached into a snowblower and cut up his face and hand.
Colorado guys are awesome. Oh, did you guys? We didn't talk about this last week. Well, we talked about Ryan O'Reilly. He drove into a Tim's.
Yes,
And then he took off on foot.
He flipped
none of
the
this.
seat,
None of this is alleged. This is all fact now.
And
You
he-
don't have to allege anything.
and the
Apparently, he is entitled to 3 years in jail.
He
Because
could
because
serve
you-
up to 3 years.
Yeah, because you ran from the crime scene.
And the cops showed up and they're like, "Who did this?" They're like, "You don't know. Ryan did it." Like as if he does it every day. Like what?
Well, it's like he has like a 1941 Chevy though. Like it's a town of 5,000 people. It's like, okay, no one else in this town has money. That's Ryan's truck. I'm sure it says like Ryan O'Reilly on the back of it or something like that.
It's got a flag
Fucking
with him.
Sabres.
It's a pretty common thing, but it's
The
actually
license plate says beep beep.
$8 million. But I mean, it's cheaper to get in Canada. It's cheaper to run from the scene of a crime than it is to get a Dewey though.
Who does the stupid
Is
thing?
it really?
Yeah, you can like you'll pay like I talked to a friend who's an RCMP. I won't say who he is, but
Yeah.
he's like, you're better off just running. Just go home, and the first thing you do is you get in your house and you grab like a bottle of booze, because you're like, oh, I got home and I was so screwed up, and then I pounded a bunch of booze. That's why I'm drunk now, because like to run or whatever, like run from the cops. So they're pulling you over, and you're like, I'm screwed. I'm gonna blow over. Not that we condone drinking and driving by any means.
Always.
Yeah, but yeah.
Wow.
So okay, wait. You get pulled over for, or like, you get in a car accident and you're
Never
drunk.
drink and drive, people.
Yeah.
Just
You
remember that.
You get in a car accident, and when you're drunk, it's better to leave and get drunk at your house. What do you mean by that?
Like,
We're
because if they
getting
find out
shut
you're
down.
drunk, you're like, it's a drinking
This
on
is the last
influence,
episode,
right?
Okay.
So then you like, it's a huge charge. Like the amount of
Yeah.
legal
Podcast.
fees you'll pay, like there's jail time involved as well.
Okay.
But if you flee the scene of the crime, they can only charge you for fleeing the scene of the crime and not for being drunk, because they
Because
don't.
they can't prove
Because
it.
if you go home and you're like, I just pounded a bottle of whiskey, that's why I'm drunk. I wasn't drunk when I hit it.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
No, it's not. But that's probably why he
not
fled
like
the scene.
what I
Yeah.
meant.
Well, he's
Very
also buckled too. He probably was like, I gotta get out of here.
fun, informative news. Oh, weird! I told
more
Greg
you
this
know.
the other day. In the NHL,
Great
in
kids.
overtime,
You learn
if
things.
If you pull your goalie in overtime and you get scored on, you don't get the loser point. I did not know that. So if you pull a goalie overtime,
That happened one game where they pulled the goalie and with like 5 seconds left because they wanted to get the extra try for a goal in the opposite zone, and the guy won the draw and went back in his own net and they lost the point.
You don't get the point.
No.
you
don't
don't
get the
because you pull your goalie, so you have an advantage.
I
by
guess
having
no one
a
ever
scored
pulls
goal.
their goalie in overtime.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did you know that Corey Schneider against the 3-on-3 shootout or 3-on-3 overtime?
He's against it.
Yeah. He
Well,
was
yeah.
not a
Have you
fan of
seen
it.
New Jersey's roster? Of course,
Have you
he's
seen their
against
decor?
it.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
figured they would have been against the shootout. They were like 0-15 in the shootout.
Until they played the
Hey.
Jets.
No, until they played the Flyers.
No, it was
No,
Jets.
it was the Jets.
Oh, and then the Flyers.
That was Flyers.
The
Flyers-
Jets
They're the
Hey,
worst
look-
they're the worst shootout team in the league.
Have you seen that? You know, I'm so
Well,
happy.
who do you
that-
have? It's okay. Here's Adam Henrique, then Patrick Kiliash.
No, you know who's worse.
Then
than the-
it's Bobby Holik coming out of retirement.
and Gianta.
Not Brian.
Hey, if
The
Bobby
shitty
Holik's shooting in a shootout between the Jets and the Devils, who's he shooting for?
Why do you play?
He
Oh, he
played
played
for the
for
Thrashers for like 4 years.
Guys! I met another original Atlanta fan.
What?
I told Daniel this.
Bullshit. No.
He's like,
Doesn't exist.
I was like, so who's your favorite team? He's like, you'll probably think I'm lying. I'm like, well who? Is it Toronto? He's like, no, it was Atlanta. I was like, was it? Like, he's like, no, like, swear to God, like, I have Atlanta Thrashers, like, original stuff. I was like, were you just a fan of them because Danny Heatley? He's like, no, did you see their jerseys? They were the best. I was like, you're one of those.
What's up, Dan? You would know because you were there.
You know what?
The
awful, like, maroon purple ones, not so good. The
What?
blue ones, I
The
fucking
blue
love the
one
blue
had like
ones.
the Atlanta
Yeah.
down the
What's
side.
like
the
those.
question that to prove that they're a real original Atlanta fan? Like, what's a question I should ask when I run into someone? See, because I just went ruthless in my head.
Like,
Another
who's the first captain in franchise
First
history?
captain in franchise history.
I
or
think
you
that would be a good
Lyle Odeline? No, that's Columbus.
who was it?
Have you guys seen
I
that
don't even know.
expansion draft?
Okay,
Oh.
did Ray Ferraro play for Atlanta? That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
What?
How many goals did Ray Ferraro? Was Ray Ferraro ever the leading scorer of the Atlanta Thrashers?
Yeah, or you could be like, oh, no, that's so mean. I'm a terrible
What?
person. Why
Do
I
it. Say it.
anyways?
Say it.
How
Say
many
it.
games?
Who got in the
Oh,
car?
no.
What
Oh,
can't
no.
you wear?
Oh.
How many games did they win
Oh.
their first season?
And how many is that?
17.
14.
14.
Hey, that's as many as Toronto's going to win this year.
I went
Oh.
out through the roster. They might only
Right.
win like less than 10 games before the Christmas break.
Do you think
their
Babcock
schedule's
knew
good.
that
And
this
they're
big
going
of
to
a
get
blow up was
worse
coming when he went
afterwards
there?
because they're going to
Yes.
trade all those one-year
Yeah.
contracts at the deadline, too.
Yeah. Oh, just staying on shootout for a sec. There's actually one team in the NHL worse than the Devils in the shootout.
Is it Winnipeg?
Nope, the Flyers. They're 3-11 last year.
How could you have like a stat like his goalies? Is that what it is?
It's Ray Emery. The ray of sunshine.
It's kind of hard to
It's like,
win when you get.
Oh,
It's kind of hard to
they-
win when every shot goes in against you.
Yeah, like
They only
can't-
had 11
you can't-
shots, but
I don't
6
know.
of them went in.
I don't know, but it's just ridiculous. And it also doesn't help when Simmons' only move is like he's like knee pumping, like knee lifting
The
from blue.
R3
From the
R3
blue,
and
yeah,
yes,
from the blue, and then he
oh.
finally rips her loose, and the goalie just glove saves, and he's like, "Oh, come on!"
You have a stacked guy, like a
Yeah.
good amount of guys to go in the shootout team.
Yeah, well, they
You got
do.
Drew, Voracek.
Since he won that shootout to make the playoffs
Shen's
that one
solid.
year.
Shen, but he always goes fiver. Always.
Since he won that
Seriously.
shootout to make the playoffs 5 years ago, I don't think you guys have won one since.
Yeah, and you know who?
Shootout should
you know
not
who
be
didn't-
decided. Shootout should not be played to decide playoffs ever.
Yeah, but
I
you know
love
who
it.
helped the
That's-
Flyers make the playoffs? Then?
You know what?
By
Help-
missing Oli Jokinen. I'm not kidding.
He's still floating around?
He's
I think he's a
UFA.
free agent, isn't he?
Yeah, he's floating around.
He's not coming to Winnipeg.
You say that now. We're going to not sign Stepniak, but we're bringing back Jokinen.
It's okay. Somebody on my Twitter timeline, huge Jets homer, said, would it be out of the question for Scheifele to have 40 goals and Adam Lowry to have 20? I was like,
Adam
you're
Lowry,
dreaming.
I could confidently
Well,
see 10.
I could see 10
Scheifele,
or
I can see
15.
25.
I want to see
maybe?
25 out of
See,
Scheifele.
like, if it's a 20, you call that a W because I hate Shaq.
Okay, let us have it. Why?
That was the first pick in Jets like history, like in their back. I was
Like
like,
fucked up.
oh my god! I was like watching the draft. I'm like Couturier. Are you kidding? Like, where? Steal!
Going into the draft, it's like, Winnipeg, we're looking for a good two-way, defensively sound player, but also offensive upside. I'm like, 2 back-to-back 96-point seasons.
Like,
let's do this.
He was like in the running of the season to like go first overall. I mean, I know he dropped a bit. Like, this guy's like he's a safe pick. It's your first pick in franchise history. Like, there's nothing wrong here. Like, you don't need to reach, and then all of a sudden it's like Mark Scheifele, and like who
From
is it worse than
Larry Colts?
Is it worse than the real first ever franchise draft pick?
Who's that?
Patrick Stefan.
See, that is how
First
that's how you
overall.
ask people. That's the
First
question.
overall.
That's the
Yeah,
question.
he was great.
He was before Colby. Colby was
Remember
the
that
next
game
year.
when he missed the open net because he fell down and Everton tied the game?
That was with Dallas, right? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
awesome.
So Scheifele, you just think they dropped the ball? Like,
Oh,
is
absolutely.
that the only reason you don't like him? Like, you don't think he's a good player, or
I think he's a decent player, but I mean, you're drafting a guy 7th overall. Was it 7th overall, right?
Yeah, 7th overall.
And he's not even going to be a top line center.
No.
you say that with the
sheer
shitty
I would
grins.
agree. I would agree.
That's
He's-
a terrible. Like you reached on a guy and you let him develop for like 4 years in the minors, and then all of a sudden it's like you're still not good enough, and he falls all the time.
It is hilarious to
Just
see who falls
Scheifele
more.
fall.
It's
Scheifele down.
hilarious to watch him and Wheeler play together because they both just fall
Yeah.
all the time for no reason. It's
My
hilarious.
favorite Wheeler fall is where he decides to pump the brakes and try and
Oh.
beat the D at the hash mark, and he's
Always
right on the boards,
falls.
and then his feet
Always
just
falls.
do what I do.
Always
Whoop,
falls.
and like
Just
out
crazy.
from underneath them.
Well,
the Dennis Weidman, or
Yes,
Oh.
correct, yeah.
the thing with Scheifele is there's times where like you could be really good. It's just there's no consistency in his game, and he's still so
He's only
weak.
played 2 full years.
He's
though.
so weak on the draw.
Yeah,
He's
got to
still got to work on the defense.
Does he have to
side.
bulk up? Or
He's
does
never
he just
gonna-
have
I think he's pretty much what he's going to be at
Yeah.
for like his size.
he
though.
just
Like,
has to get used to it. Like
He has to get used to being pushed around, and he did make strides in that last year. He was pushing back, but
He just
yeah,
looked.
I don't think he's ever going to be that number 1 center. I think he'll be their number 2 guy if he stays with them for very long.
Yet it's so hard to find a number 1 guy. Is Brian Little Brian Little a number 1 center in the NHL?
He scores 25 to 30 goals a year. He gets 50,
But-
60 points a year. It's hard to say he's not, but
In the terms of like, okay, it's March. We're let's say 3rd in the conference. Third in the Western Conference, not in the Central Conference.
If we're 3rd in the West, we're 2nd in the Central. That's what's happening.
Okay,
I like
so-
I like that odds.
so we're either we're 1st or 2nd overall in the division. We'll say 1st or 2nd.
division. Okay.
Okay.
So we're behind Anaheim. All right. gotcha.
Division.
Anaheim?
So
Okay.
Oh,
it's
correct.
like
Okay.
central. Okay.
Okay. So, would Winnipeg throw a flyer out there and get a guy like a Joe Thornton or an Eric Stahl or like a proven number 1 center has been in the league for a while, use him as a rental player as a number 1 center? Like, do we not have a guy that can play that role in the playoffs to compete with the Ryan Getzlabs, the Jonathan Taves?
The thing
those
is-
type
The
of
Ryan
guys?
Kesslers.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Little, if you look at him skill-wise, is he number 1 center? I say yes. But I think his size makes people think he's not.
Okay.
And I think his size proves that he might not be because he gets pushed around a lot. And if you look at every other team's centerman, they're big guys.
In the West.
In the
Yeah.
West.
Yeah.
They're big. Like,
Well,
Little's talented. He's very talented, but he's not. He doesn't have the size to his. If he was Wheeler size, then I think he would be a number 1 center because he has the size factor. But
I have the guy that can
He
solve
doesn't.
all these issues, guys. He is picked 22nd overall by the Toronto Maple Leafs in the 2012 entry draft. Tyler Biggs.
no,
Boom.
you don't because he's
No,
in
you don't.
Pittsburgh now.
No, we can get him from Pittsburgh. He was drafted by Toronto. He's in Pittsburgh now. We can get him. That's the
He's
solution.
a winger though.
No, he's a centerman. Well, they wanted him as a centerman.
I thought they drafted him. I'm pretty sure he's a right wing.
No, he's just I remember Brian
check.
Burke. I remember Brian Burke said that he wanted a tough centerman.
Well, what I read an
I'm
article.
pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I read an article.
I think
because
it's 2012.
Someone was debating about this. It might have been on Arctic Ice Hockey. I'm not sure. Either way, they put Brian Little's numbers against all the top line NHL centers. They counted Malkin as a number 1 because
What about Bozak
everybody and
Bozak?
Brian Little, it was in the bottom 5 of every category against the number 1 centers. He was literally number 1 on second centerman in the NHL. He was number 1 in pretty much every category except, I think, overall points.
Oh, okay.
In every category.
For second center?
Second line
Or
center.
are you just looking
I'd
points
say-
though, right?
No, like overall,
like
like
face-off
possession.
percentage.
His
Yeah.
face-off
Oh,
percentage
yeah.
is not very good.
But-
I will say
But
Here's the
I
thing.
mean, they have to go to him because they don't have a guy. Just I'll use like say Buffalo, how the system they're going to run. Okay, Eichel will obviously want him to be top line center, but say Ryan O'Reilly, everything pans out and he plays this year. He's going to play the top line minutes and take the faceoffs. Brian Little is the Jets guy for that, and he's not necessarily prepared to do that. Not that he isn't skill-wise ready, but it's like he doesn't
He's
really
not.
have a shutdown
Might be
ability.
2010.
He's
I can't remember.
He's a great option.
He's on the fringe between a second line center and a first line center.
Like,
he's
It's like a
How much better would the
because
team
he
be?
scores so many. Like he's he's one of the top scorers in the league. Like he's probably top 30 in scoring here, like
Yeah.
goals.
No,
So
I agree.
It's hard to criticize him because he is talented. It's just I feel like his faceoff percentage and his size work against him big time.
And
Right
the
wing.
verdict of
Right
Tyler
wing.
Biggs.
Right wing.
Right wing.
I think it was the Adam Lowry scenario where
That
they
guy.
wanted him to play center.
Kiss the guns. Yeah.
Thought they wanted him as a center. I could be wrong. I'm wrong
Well,
more
that's
often
like-
than I'm right. So
Well,
it's
that's
fine.
like Edmonton when they were like, we will draft Taylor Hall. Obviously, Taylor Hall will go number one. Like, they're going
No,
in.
it was Taylor Tyler. There was a big debate.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, in my perspective, I was certain it was going to be Taylor because back-to-back OHL Mem Cup MVPs, back-to-back for just Taylor Hall. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to draft him, great winger, and then, like, that summer, they're like, yeah, we're going to convert him to center. And everyone in Edmonton's like, well, why wouldn't you just take Tyler? What the hell? Oh, mama.
Yeah. I still think Winnipeg needs that number one guy, and they don't have it. And I thought,
Do you think? I don't
They
think
won't
they have.
trade for- they won't.
They won't trade.
if they're in that
third
position,
place,
do
then
they?
they don't need it. What do they need it for?
True.
for playoffs though, I don't think they might be as good as what they might have a roster similar to what St. Louis has, where they have a bunch of guys who work well together. But when push comes to shove, they don't have that extra mile to go or that extra grit to last a whole
And
playoffs.
that's what Troy Brower will bring to the table this season.
Well,
For the St. Louis Blues. Have
And
fun.
the other thing that the Jets haven't had since they
Terrible
come here
trade.
is
Horrendous trade.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
no. The thing that Winnipeg hasn't had since they've come here is a go-to guy in the last few minutes of a game. Hopefully, Ehlers can become that.
Yeah, but that's scary that Ehlers were already talking about it, and it's like, he's a rookie. I'm not saying he won't be. I want to see him do good. But, I mean, I don't know. Okay, when I went to development camp, the one thing that stood out from Ehlers, apart from him being head and shoulders pretty much above every kid, he definitely went to the Ovechkin school of back checking. He does not play deep. And until the puck's within a stick vicinity of him, he's just kind of standing there, making it look like he's playing defense. To me,
You know what,
obviously
though?
it's development camp, but still,
They
sure,
need,
go ahead. If you're gonna
know
do
what?
all offense, do it. But
The Jets
man, I
need-
wouldn't have him on the PK.
the Jets need someone like him that doesn't necessarily worry
Yeah.
about defense as much because they've got guys like all their top scorers like Wheeler, Ladd, those guys
They can play D.
they can play D. They're not they aren't Ovechkin talented on offense. You know, they're good players, but they play a two-way game. So I think the Jets need
It's
a guy.
Yeah, Patty Kane, right?
Yeah.
That whole team is good sound defensively, and then Patty Kane's like, hey, I'm just gonna.
Patrick Kane has the craziest puck luck ever. It's insane.
Is it luck or is it just talent?
You're
At a
right.
certain
So
point,
skillful.
He knows where to be. He knows what to do.
His hands are watching him stick handle, is insane. If you have a crying kid at home and you need somebody to cradle it to sleep, he's got the hands to do it. That's how silky it is.
Just don't shortchange him.
He actually there was a thing they needed a cup interview today or the other day, and they had who's that, Serge Savard or whatever.
Denny
Okay.
Savard. I
Denny
wrote that
Savard.
down. Yeah.
And then he was talking about a story with Patrick Kane, and Patrick Kane was his first year in the league. He was a rookie, and one game Patrick Kane had a goal and 3 assists, and then one time this guy comes, some D man just roasts him. He's like, "What the fuck, was that your guy?" And he's like, "Were you too busy looking at two hot girls in the stands? These two hot blondes behind the bench."
Yeah, because they were up 6-0 on
Yeah.
Nashville.
it was
okay.
a 6-1 goal.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Denny Savard sees Patrick Kane talking to these two girls. He's like, get on the fucking bus right now. Let's go. And then he walks away. Patrick Kane's in the bus or whatever. And then finds out later on, he's like, hey man, that was Taylor Swift.
Oh,
And he's
Denny Savard's like,
I don't know
oh.
who the hell Taylor Swift is. And he goes home and barely asks his wife. He's like, who's Taylor Swift? And his wife is just like, are you serious?
You joking me?
What is that?
throws the kitchen table. Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, because it was like Denny Savard had said, I'll tweet that story. That's a great story. Where he was saying that there was a rule like where he was always the last one on the bus, and everyone came and got him and said like, "Okay, you're the last one on the bus." So we went to go get on the bus, and Patrick Kane wasn't there. And he was like, and he's just like, yeah, I walked towards Patrick and just dropped like a bomb of F's. F-bomb, this, F that. And Patrick Kane just looked at him and like, are you kidding me? And then like later on, as he's telling the story, he's like, did you ever find out who that other blonde was? And Patrick Kane's like, it was a couple years ago.
But he's like, it's 100% true. That is exactly what happened.
Yeah, he did not like make it up at all.
That's funny. That's... Patrick Kane could be dating Taylor Swift instead of...
we haven't...
What are the guys?
Nobody wants
Kevin Harris?
Nobody wants that many.
Calvin Harris.
How do you know these
Nobody
things?
wants that
I
many
follow
problems.
her on Instagram. She is very attractive.
There's a few... I'm with Stefan on this one.
She's like she reminds me of like a 16-year-old girl. You look at her, you're like, I don't feel good about myself right now. You're like, she's too young. She's just too young.
Are you talking about getting 16-year-olds or Taylor Swift as a girlfriend?
Both. Same thing.
It
just looks really young, and like I just feel like you're like, and she doesn't have the booty.
That's fine. I don't need the booty.
She wears heels, and she's already 6'5".
Great.
Or however tall.
Great.
I guess
My height.
True. No,
I can listen to her
You would
music.
destroy her, Greg.
You know what?
You just come in and be like,
That's my... that's my
That's
type
what
of
we
girl.
have.
It's funny, like, whenever I talk to my friends, they're like, well, what type of girl are you into? I was like, well, Taylor Swift. And then I start naming names. So, like, literally, every single one of those girls, you'll break in half. I'm like, that's what I like. Just toss them around.
Greg doesn't hit women. I just want
No,
to...
like...
he just beats them. He just snaps them in half and throws them away.
This sounds terrible.
Greg Rice ain't got nothing on me.
I would never hit a woman. I would never.
You can do it. You can snap T Swift as many pieces as you want.
Shut that webcam
I don't care.
I just mean... We mean in a different way, not in an actual
No,
way.
I mean you can seriously break her as many pieces as you want. I don't care. I love her music when it's on silent.
I don't
great.
think that
Fantastic.
these two should be hanging out
You know what?
together.
You know
Like,
what?
they
Okay,
feed off each other
You know what?
way
I can't.
too
I
much.
can't date Taylor Swift apart from the height factor, because I got a weird thing. I'm scared of people who wear red nail polish, red lipstick, and red dresses. Scares the hell out of me. I don't know. I've tried to scour my brain, and it's in that Google internet search. I don't know what.
And every time she screams, you're just gonna think of that goat.
What goat?
That, like, video.
Taylor Swift goat? Okay, I'll tweet that one for
I
sure.
couldn't date her because she's illiterate.
What do you
She's
mean?
a song
actually?
She has a song called Steven's Song, and she spelled Steven incorrectly. She
Oh,
spelled it Stephen. That is not the way to spell Steven.
Oh,
I work with a guy
Have
that
you ever-
spells Steven that
no,
way.
no, no.
Give him the gears because he's
Have you-
PH makes an F sound.
Have you
It's an F. It's like, hey man,
not a
can I give
V.
you a call on my telephone?
Wait, have you guys ever seen
Telephone.
the picture of this one guy? His name's Steven, but with a PH. And he literally went to Starbucks. He said, "Get Steven with a PH." And the girl put PHEVEN. Steven. Every so often we'll go back and just look at this. You know, yeah, I'm pretty stupid, but look at this. Steven. Steven.
I can't.
Woo!
So best cockblock. Just kidding. No,
Oh,
we'll get there.
goodness.
Signings. Go.
Oh, quick signings. Well, I have a
Yeah.
few, but
Mailbag. Yes.
okay. Mikhail
Quick, 'cause the
Grigorenko,
food's
1 year
coming.
Avalanche.
How much? How long?
All right, no, I didn't say numbers. So
Oh, okay.
unless it says on
For what?
general manager,
For
I'm
who?
not too sure.
Who?
One year. It's all
For
one year?
Mikhail
One
Grigorenko.
year. 1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
650,000.
All right. Perfect. Next one.
Well,
Michael
this one-
Delzato, 2 years.
No, we already said that.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, no, we didn't. Yeah,
No.
Michael Delzato, 2 years, 7.75.
That's way too much money.
It's 3.8.
It's the Flyers. Just let it
It's
happen.
roughly the same as Justin Schultz, 1 year, 3.9.
Who does Justin Schultz play? Oh,
Oilers.
Yeah.
Ryan Kessler, 6 years,
All the money.
41.25. I just want to say,
This
he
is ridiculous
turns
amount.
31 next month, and
Yeah.
Greg and I were talking about this, the RFAs and UFAs for this year
Oh my
and coming up next year. Sammy Vatanen, Hampus Lindholm, Simone Duprat, Ricardo Kel, Yuri Sekach. And they only
And-
have, I think,
And
around
during this
12
deal,
million
Jakob,
for all of those
isn't
guys.
Silverberg going to be up too?
Yep.
At some point?
Silverberg's up now, and so is Sekach.
Quick question, because
So,
I
yeah,
want your
that's
opinion,
really-
because they were talking about this on 1290 the day after the Kessler signing. How does that impact Andrew Ladd's contract?
Ugh.
Similar type players.
Yeah, but
I know Kessler's a bit of a more of a scorer than Ladd is,
and he's a center too. There's a
6.2.
but how does it affect Ladd?
I still think Lad's going to make He'll be the highest paid player on the team at around $6 million. I don't want
What?
to.
Outrageous.
Get
I don't
out
want
of town!
That's
It's outrageous, but it's gonna happen.
That's not.
If he's a real team player, he will not ask for that.
Yeah.
He will ask for five
Five.
tops.
Yeah.
Five is a
and he'll
very
settle-
good number.
Or I would take even, say if I were him, but then again, I don't make millions of dollars. I'd take 4.5,
Yeah.
or maybe even the same that he's making now, but just see if he can
little
get
bit
term.
You have
Like
to keep
6
in
years-
mind though that they signed guys several years ago that back then, that was fair value, but now that's a steal for like Brian Little and Blake Wheeler making what they make. Those guys could get way more now than they did 2-3 years
But
ago.
the thing is like,
You know.
Andrew Ladd has to look at it from this standpoint that Scheifele and Trouba are up, and this is the way Winnipeg has to look at it. That's why I'm still against the Bufflin signing, because Bufflin doesn't want anything under probably 7.5.
He wants 8.
Okay, 8.
Then starting
Which is not
number
what
is
he's worth.
8.
Yeah.
He's
Have fun
bought
at
one
You
of
know
them.
what?
Yeah.
He's worth 8 if you can get him for 2 or 3 years, but he wants 7 or 8 years.
He's
Get
still
like the
not.
Mike Green like the 3 year. Like,
He-
You know what?
$1 million is a lot.
If Ryan Suter is worth 13, Bufflin is worth 8. I will say
Yeah,
that.
but you
But
can't-
do you want to pay a 30? How old is he now?
But
Yeah.
you want to pay
he'll
him
be
when he's
30
39?
like I said, if you can get him for 2 or 3 years at 8 million, I'd do it.
Still, though.
Anything after that, it's.
I still think
I don't
that's
know.
way too much because you don't know what he's coming to the rink as. Like, he's a great player, but we've seen him do stupid stuff in the past, and he really wasn't that great in that playoff series because he was getting burned.
I've
he
seen
was,
PK Subban do stupid stuff. He gets $8
yeah, but
million.
PK Subban.
PK Subban's upside is way more than
I'm just
Bufflin's.
saying, every player does stupid stuff.
Yeah, but like,
Every player's been suspended. Every player's done stupid stuff.
yeah, but like Dustin Bufflin. Okay, I get where you're coming from. Everyone does.
He
But like
puts up
Dustin
50
Bufflin does it at like the most inopportune times. Like he did not need to punch Corey Perry in the back of the head, and they scored on that, right. They scored a
scored-
goal, and then they scored on that power play again and buried the game. It was over.
Here's the other thing about Dustin Bufflin is he's a great hockey player, but at times he tries to do too much. He'll run to the defenseman. I saw it plenty of times in that playoff series where he would go with the winger, then all of a sudden peel off and take a defenseman. When he is a defenseman, he's at our blue line.
So they chip
When
it
he's-
off the boards to the winger.
Yeah,
who's wide
exactly.
open,
Who's
walk
wide
in,
open?
score.
Score.
But I think he tried to do too much in the playoffs. When he's the 4 months
When he
before
was
that,
talking about Norris, yes, he was quite a good defenseman.
the 4 months before that, when he just played his game, he played well defensively. He hit guys like he's a force. So I mean, there's upside
What are you
to
paying?
Bufflin. There's
What are you gonna
downside.
pay? You're gonna pay him his upside, or are you gonna pay him his?
Uh,
Like you have to
it's-
meet in the middle. Like
It's tough.
he has no. Like he showed what year? He's like 300 pounds at camp. Like
Yeah.
you don't know what Dustin Bufflin you're gonna get. He does his own thing. Like I'd say you give him $7 million. You give that 2 or 3 years. Like hey, that's fine. You're 33. Or if he really wants term, he's gonna have to.
5.5, 6.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to say, we're gonna wrap up right away. But last thing I want to say about Dustin Bufflin, especially, is he'll be just paid either. I think the Jets need to get rid of him because they need the contract for other players, also, and the money for other players. But also because then they can start bringing young guys up. They have too
You know
many
what?
defensemen signed. They can go after an actual number one center to develop a number one line.
If you
And
lost,
he's one of the guys.
if
to
you
do it.
lost Bufflin and they had Tyler Myers and Jacob Trouba as your top 2 defensemen, that's fine.
and then you bring
Yeah,
up Josh
exactly.
Morrissey
Yeah, you're
fine.
and Jan Costa.
You give Trouba the chance, man. That's
Yep.
all it is.
Let him ride with it.
All right, well, thanks for coming along on this journey that apparently was about hockey for the most part, I think. I'm not too sure. And, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, I think. No, not Facebook. Twitter, YouTube, other stuff. Greg usually does this. All right, I'll see you later.